Well, good afternoon. It's now officially 12 o'clock, so welcome to the Ford Center. We've had a pretty good week in Evansville, and we're about to put a little icing on the cake that we're enjoying this week. The momentum in our city, I think, is palpable, and I think whether you're downtown, on the east side, north side, it doesn't matter. There is a great sense of energy in our city, and it continues to get stronger. This building that we're in, the Ford Center, has really been the catalyst for a lot of the activity that we're starting to enjoy and the renewed sense of energy throughout the city. In fact, sports tourism is becoming more and more important to our city. The work that Jason Sands does with Evansville Sports Corporation and what Bob Warren and his team at the Evansville Convention and Visitors Bureau do on a daily basis to bring visitors to our city is very, very important. You look at the Ford Center, you look at Victoria National, the Deaconess Sports Park, Angel Mounds for cross country. The Evansville Sports Corporation and the CVB are doing a great job in bringing people here. In fact, since the Sports Corporation began in 2010, more than $10 million in estimated impact to the city based on the thousands and thousands of visitors that they are bringing. And that's why we're here today, to announce another new win for the city of Evansville, another huge win for the Evansville Sports Corporation and the CVB. With that, I'd like to introduce Jason Sands from the Evansville Sports Corporation, who's going to unveil the big news. Jason?
Thank you, Mayor. And we're joined here by Commissioner Beth DeBusch with Ohio Valley Conference, so thank you for being here as well. As most of you know, the Evansville Sports Corporation mission is to enhance the image, economy, and quality of life of the community by securing high-profile signature events for Evansville. And we believe the event we're going to announce today truly, meets that description to a T, and we're really excited about it. For the past several months, we've been engaged in a bidding process for an Ohio Valley Conference championship. We've had site visits, a couple different site visits where Ohio Valley representatives came and toured the Ford Center, got to see all the exciting energy and excitement that's happening in our downtown. We put together an extensive bid package that outlined our vision for creating a championship environment and atmosphere for the Ohio Valley here in Evansville. And we also went to Nashville, myself, Steve Schaefer, the Deputy Mayor of the city, as well as the Vice President of the Sports Corporation, and Scott Schoenecke, the General Manager of the Ford Center, who's with us here today as well. We went and talked to the athletic directors, gave a presentation to them, and then later went and talked to the presidents of the member schools of the Ohio Valley Conference. And we talked about the great tradition and history this community has when it comes to the game of basketball. We talked about the great experience that we have in hosting championship events from the 2014 and 15 Division II Men's Basketball Elite Eight that we hosted, the Great Lakes Valley Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championship we hosted in 13 and 14, and then again here in 2 weeks, in 2017 here at the Ford Center, and even the PGA Tour Web.com event. These are all championship events that this community's done a great job in hosting. We talked about our thriving downtown, our new DoubleTree Hotel that's attached to this amazing arena in the Ford Center. All great assets that would be great for their fans and student athletes to experience. And we talked about the great corporate partners, community leaders, and elected officials that really rally around events that are hosted here in Evansville. And finally, we talked about, we wouldn't forget our passionate volunteer base that really makes these events possible, that does everything they possibly can to make these visitors feel at home when they're here in Evansville. We explained our vision to create a championship environment and atmosphere here in Evansville, and I'm proud to say, after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I believe the Ohio Valley Conference appreciated the vision that we had for them. And I'm excited to announce that Evansville, Indiana has been awarded the 2018 Ohio Valley Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championship. Now the championship will take place at the Ford Center here on February 28th to March 3rd in 2018. It'll consist of 8 men's teams and 8 women's teams competing in 14 games over the course of 4 days. And then the champions of the men's and women's tournaments will have their tickets stamped to the March Madness Big Dance with the NCAA postseason tournament. This event's going to be great exposure for the city of Evansville. The men's semifinal games are televised on ESPNU, men's championship game televised on ESPN2. So again, we're getting great exposure and national spotlight for the city of Evansville and working with Ohio Valley. We're utilizing the DoubleTree Hotel, the brand new DoubleTree that opened 2 days ago, I believe, as the host hotel for this event, but we're also going to be utilizing a dozen or so other hotels in the community. We'd like to thank Tracy Wiley and Mary Beth Lewis for their work with DoubleTree and putting this bid together, as well as Dunn Hospitality. Mackenzie Dunn and Heather Garrison are here today. Appreciate all their support. And I see Sherry Boer back there with the Fairfield. Thank you for your support in this bid and putting this together for us. We anticipate this event to book over 1,800 rooms for the local community. So this is a significant economic impact as several thousand people from the footprint of the Ohio Valley will travel in to watch their teams compete here in the Ford Center. I would like to thank several people that really helped make this event possible. First with the Mayor's office, Mayor Lloyd Winnecke and Steve Schaefer. They've been with us every step of the way. We truly appreciate their support on this event and all the other events that we're working together to bring into this community. Scott Schoenecke, the General Manager of the Ford Center. His team does an amazing job of representing this great arena that we've got here in Evansville, and thank him for all his support and support and I guess all the help he's had in putting this bid together. We really appreciate it. Also Bob Warren and the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I see Ashley Vizzozo here from the CVB. I want to thank them for their support. They really helped us enhance the bid that we submitted and allowed us to win this, and we appreciate their partnership and look forward to continuing to build off events like this. Greg Wathen from Economic Development Coalition. Greg, you know what you did. You kind of played a matchmaker in this whole role. It started with Greg. We appreciate his support in making this happen. Also, the Evansville Sports Corporation Board of Directors, my bosses that allow us to bring these events in. Linda White, our president, couldn't be here today, but we do have representing the Sports Corporation Board, Rhett Schreiber, Steve Munch, Ashley Vizzozo, as I mentioned, Steve Schaefer, Scott Schoenecke, and Kurt Molander. So thank you very much. Can you give them a round of applause? Thank you so much for what you do. And last but not least, I definitely would like to thank Commissioner DeBusch and the Ohio Valley Conference, their athletic directors and presidents for choosing Evansville. This is a huge, huge deal for us. We truly appreciate your faith in us for allowing us to host this, and we're looking forward to working with you to create a great event for all your member universities. So at this time, I'd like to invite Commissioner DeBusch up to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I have the privilege and pleasure of representing the Ohio Valley Conference, and I bring to you their greetings and their delight in bringing this championship to Evansville. It is really an exciting day for all of us. Now, my comments this afternoon are going to be brief, but don't mistake the fact that they are brief with a lack of enthusiasm, because I can assure you the Ohio Valley Conference family is very, very excited about this development. It's been a long time in coming. We sent out the RFP back in the summer, and earlier this week our Board of Presidents voted to make this determination for the 2018 championship. I need to commend the City of Evansville, Jason Stans, Scott Schoenecke. They've done a wonderful job, Steve Schaefer, of putting this bid together. In our history of the Ohio Valley Conference, and we are the 8th oldest Division I conference in the United States, and we're going to celebrate our 55th championship next year. Since we've gone to a neutral site event, we've only been outside the city of Nashville, which is our headquarters, twice. So this marks the 3rd time our event is going to be coming outside of our general locale to another area of the OVC footprint. That speaks volumes for the bid that was put together and the work that was done by the City of Evansville. Our Board of Presidents and Athletics Directors were very thoughtful in this approach, and they felt comfortable that our cherished championship would be in good hands, and our student athletes would be well taken care of and have a wonderful experience here. We are so delighted that we could be all a part of this together. Now, I assure you, the OVC is a family, and we will become now a bigger family. We will be good partners with the City of Evansville. You'll see a great deal of us and our complete team. They're now busy back home getting ready for this year's championship, but we will be here in earnest, eager to work with you to make this the best championship possible. We also will make a lot of new friends and partners in this community. So Mayor, the rest of your team, thank you so much for all that you have done.
We'd now like to invite Steve Schaefer up, who's going to be heading up the local organizing committee and has been involved with this event from the beginning. Say a few words, Steve.
Thanks, Jason. On behalf of Linda White and the entire Sports Corporation Board, our organization is absolutely thrilled to be a host for this championship. We put a lot of work into it. All of you in this room are part of the community that will be supporting this event, and we ask you to continue that effort because this event will be another opportunity to showcase our community on the national level. So it's very important. As Jason mentioned, we already are forming a local committee that will be working with corporate sponsors and volunteers and so forth. Jim Sangren with Old National Bank is here. I think Jim and I are going to be co-chairing that committee. Did you know that, Jim? Okay. But you could see that the minute this news started to get out in the community, our corporate leaders started contacting Jason and myself, and we're basically saying, what can we do? How can we get on this? How can we best support this tournament? So it's incredible the support that we're already receiving. During the presentations that we made in Nashville, we billed Evansville, sold it as the ultimate neutral site for this tournament. I think 10 of 12 schools are within 4-hour driving distance, so we think that this will be the perfect location for 2018, and who knows what's in store for the future. Clearly, we need the community's support to make this event a success. We are working with the EVSC, we're working with nonprofits to make sure that the seats are filled during this tournament, not just in the semifinal and the championship, but on the Thursday games and during the day when we want to make sure that Evansville is putting its best foot forward. Our ultimate goal is to provide the best student-athlete experience possible, and we are very proud and honored that Evansville was chosen, and we want all of your help to make sure that it is indeed seen as the right choice. So thanks once again. Thank you, Mayor, for being a champion of being the ultimate salesman, I would say, in terms of being out in the community and the state and other places trying to get events here. Jason, the others that are part of the Sports Corporation Board that continually work to try to get these events. So thank you very much, and I think we'll take some questions if the media would like. Jason. I'm gonna stick you with the question.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can do individual interviews as well, and then at 2 o'clock there's a teleconference or a phone conference that the commissioner will be available, as well as myself and Steve, to answer any questions that you don't get taken care of here. So, anything to address here? All right. Well, thank you again for being here and supporting this great bid, and thank you to the commissioner and mayor and everybody that's involved in all the great things that are happening in Evansville. Our city is growing, and it's very exciting to be a part of. So thank you very much.